We've all seen for the last since Trump announced that he was going to run for office, all the different fake outrage and all the different acts of exaggeration to try to make people seem victimized. And one of the big ones you see anytime reproductive rights come up or women in general come up is the handmaiden's tale, right? And they always talk about that. The author, Margaret Atwood, was on being interviewed by CBS, and she essentially talked about, how she can't believe her book is banned because it's not being allowed in some schools. First of all, if you ever saw the shows, I didn't even read the book, but if you ever saw the shows, and I know people have read the book, there is a ton of borderline porn in it. However, it is not a book for youths. Certainly not to be checked out of a library in a school. But she's trying to say how this book is banned. And meanwhile, I looked, it has something like 1.2 million reviews on Amazon, which is amazing for a banned book because usually a banned book equals zero. And this is another one of the BS things that media has been doing for years. And some of us have been calling them out, but not enough. Using words like banned just because it's not being allowed to be shown to children or given to children. That's not banning it. That is leaving the decision for something that is borderline pornography to be given by the parents, to be made by the parents. They don't call you parents for anything anymore in California. But then somebody pointed out, because I've always thought, and I know you see the Handmaiden's Tale, all these lunatics that dress up and to protest in this, they always try to make it as a Christian nationalist, Christian nationalist, Christian nationalist. And while she gave an interview, Margaret Atwood, actually, she wrote a piece back in '01 where she articulates that, yeah, the costume design and some of the celibacy aspects and some of the were from nuns in the Catholic Church. But a lot of the idea of where the whole book, the characters, the religious strictness, and da 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 da, all came from a trip to Afghanistan that she made. And yeah, she cites the Muslim influence as a major portion as to why she wrote the book with the religious strictness in it. So every time you see The Handmaid's Tale or somebody dressed up, just point that out. Hey, do you know Margaret Atwood actually wrote that after looking at Muslims in Afghanistan? And just watch them implode. But at least it gives them something to think about, which is the whole point.